Hey everyone, Wanderbot here, and welcome to Risk of Rain. So, I actually recorded this a long time ago, like a couple of runs, but this is back before I was really comfortable with my solo commentary. This is like November, so I've been Let's Playing for like a month and a half. And I want to revisit it, because this game is awesome. So, I've unlocked a couple of characters because I was bored and on the train and had nothing to do, but we're going to start with Super Vanilla Commando. Let's go from here. And apparently, trying to control this thing with an Xbox 360 controller, it doesn't work straight off the bat. So, I do have to confess, I know almost nothing about like half of the levels and half of the items, so if it seems like I'm kind of playing catch-up here and trying to figure out what specifically I'm supposed to be doing, or like where I'm going, because I don't know where the teleporters are, I don't know what half the loot does, and I don't know the optimum strategies for any of the characters, but that's okay. Because it's still a pretty damn cool game. So, I have to say, minimalism pixel styles are definitely one of my, like, I'm not going to say least favorite styles. I actually really dig minimalism, but when it comes down to it, it's like, I'm not used to this style being super common anymore. It gets phased out, and so you get some kind of, like, retro pixely stuff, but that's, like, say, Binding of Isaac's Rebirth style, which is going to be, like, pixels, but largely at the same time it's going to be semi-high def. It's not going to be like super minimalism, and this is like the character only has like singular pixel legs. It's a really cool style. It's just, I would say, fairly uncommon. I think I'm trying to remember. Okay, you can actually do like a jump dodge roll. That's going to be useful because that means I'm going to be able to jump over longer distances, and there's nothing else up here. So let's get out of here before, you know, the time goes up. The one thing about this game, and I'm not sure about this, is the whole like timer. It's like the faster you complete things, the easier it's going to be. It's like, I'm not sure if I'm up for that kind of stress, but then again, it does make the game a little bit more interesting, at least from a, like, you can't dawdle too much. But it definitely is one of those where it's like, it punishes new players more than older players who actually know what they're doing, but who cares? This is a learning experience, and we're going to be alright anyway. Now, as far as characters go, I've got the bandit, I've got the, like, weird bug thing that, like, attacks fast and does poison, I think. I haven't used either of those. I also have the commando, or this is the commando. I have the enforcer, the guy with the shield. And there's the teleporter. Good. Never know where the teleporters are, so it's like, I'm just gonna wander around until I find stuff. Now let's get out of here before whatever boss shows up. Really hope it's not the jellyfish boss, because the jellyfish boss is scary. All the other bosses I can kind of deal with. Hello, Colossus. I can deal with. In fact, he's really easy to deal with. Let me be honest here. He's so slow and so just easy to take pot shots at. Because at this point, I can just kind of like outpace him, no problem. Oh, and we're falling. Okay, well, not the end of the world. We've got more than enough money to get this. The piggy bank is probably going to work out pretty well in our favor. We also got the boxing gloves, and they're nice kickbacks. So at this point, I'm going to wander around and look kind of for treasure, kind of for, like, the little chesty nugget capsule things. Mainly because there's no hurry at this point. Once I've taken out the Colossus, no more enemies are going to be spawning after the time limit goes, and it means I can kind of wander around and get all my money. Because the monsters are going to be spawning anyway. I can just come play cleanup when I'm done. You know, looting the world, pretty much. Oh. Pointing the wrong direction, and apparently I'd already used my, like, super attack, but that's fine by me, because we've got enough money to support our, forgot to jump there, support our drug habits of a sort, and with any luck, there won't be too many more treasure chests. There's a drone, and drones are definitely one of those, it's like, not entirely sure if they're worth it. It's a healing drone. Well, we'll go for it, because that sounds like it's going to be pretty damn useful for us. And I think drones are persistent between levels, so it's definitely going to be one of those where, presuming I can just kind of keep it with me and it doesn't take too much damage, I'm going to have some nice and easy healing. Yep. There on my face. Fortunately, the boxing glove does not have nearly as much of a frequent kickback as I'd like, but at that point I'm just whining. I'd love for the boxing glove to just be like a super persistent kickback and amazing, but that's not going to happen. But that's okay. So there's one jellyfish. There's... Yep. trying to keep him away from the healing drone, because, you know, that thing dies, I'm going to be upset. Problem is, we've got this one little guy down here, and I was hoping I could clear the left, like, bottom left side really quick, so I could get, you know, out of here as fast as possible. Not the case, but I do have to say this is probably the easiest run through this section of the game I've ever had. I've always had trouble, like, part of the reason why I didn't want to record this game was I couldn't even make it past level 1 half the time, and that's embarrassing. Are these guys going to come after me? No? Okay, well, it's just kill remaining enemies at this point, so just pot-shot them until they're dead and go find the teleporter, take out the Colossus, and we're all good. I don't remember seeing that many more treasure chests either, so we're in a pretty good position as far as that goes as well. Because we probably have enough money for everything, and I'm not going to wait around for the piggy bank to just, you know, give me everything I want, but why is this guy just kind of, like, Blair Witching it in the corner? Oh well, not my problem. I do like this guy's dodge roll. When I actually have 4 episodes of co-op that I recorded with my brother, because I was bored and home and had my microphone, so it's like, yeah, let's see what we can do in Risk of Rain. We actually did fairly well, but my brother was the commando and I was the enforcer, and it was one of those, it's like, gonna give us anything? I don't want to waste all my money on this, but I guess I'm gonna have to. And we get nothing for it. Oh, that's frustrating. Hopefully there's not too much more that we could have spent money on in here, and or hopefully we just can get enough based on killing the Colossus and his little minions, because I think he spawns more. I don't know if they drop loot, but ain't the end of the world one way or another. There we go. Let's keep going. And worst comes to worst, the piggy bank will kind of slowly top us off. But that's not the kind of thing I want to, you know, rely on. So there's a healing drone, and at this point, let's just, I guess, kill these guys from a distance, because one of the reasons why I'm kind of derisive of the Colossus is I can really just sit here and potshot him from, you know, this distance. And yeah, his little guy is shielding for him, but that's fine. Gave us money, gave us experience, and mostly we can kill the Colossus no problem. I love this style, though. Like, admittedly, I kind of wish the Colossus stood out a little bit more from the background, but that's just me being not even whiny, just like, design choices. But like the broken pixelated moon in the background, it reminds me of, oh, it's an old game. This is probably going to be a very dated reference, but Zephyr. It was like it was a tank racer type deal. But, okay, so I think this is like a fire shield. This is healing. Let's go for the gamble. See what we get. We get Thorny Shield. Barbed wire. Hurts nearby enemies. Yeah, I would say that's probably a worthy choice. Now, the question is, do we gamble, or do we go for a combat drone? I'm going to go for the combat drone. Oh, no, it's a healing drone. I don't know if I can have 2. So let's go gambling. We got the knife. Bleeding effect. Going to be very helpful for us. And nothing. Okay, well, worked out fairly well in the end. Let's head for the exit, and we're all good. So I don't think I missed anything else here. Does not look like the case. This has been a very successful first level. And we're only 4 minutes in, so that's pretty good. Oh, unlock complete first stage in under 5 minutes. Yeah, accomplishments. Alright, and I think that gives us new items too, which is cool. Damp Caverns, definitely one of those that I'm not very confident about. I've had very poor luck coming here in the past. Mainly because I die. It's the, like, enemies that kind of teleport up to you and then, like, bite you in the ass. I don't like the teleporting enemies, but that's largely because I've been playing with the commando mostly, and that's not so easy to tango with. So, the other problem I have with the fungal caverns is I get very lost because they're so big compared to... Come on. Nope. No way I'm gonna make that. So let's, I guess, go all the way back down? Ow. Okay, yeah, no way we're gonna hit either of those. Luckily we had the shield to protect us, but that's kind of the exact reason why I don't like the fungal caverns that much, because it's so big, and I can't always make it from, like, platform to platform, so it's like, hey, the difficulty's going up and there's nobody for you to fight to get money, and you're going by all these nice goodies that you can't get. Haha! Oh well. I wish there was a way to, like, slide down the rope faster, but it does not look like there's anything of that sort. So I guess we take the very long way back over this direction. I guess that's my main complaint of this game. the enemies kind of just spawn in pseudo-randomly, so it's like, oh, you want to fight some enemies? Well, you have to spend 2 minutes wandering around before you can find them. And it's like, I know my name's Wanderbot, but it's like, oh, apparently I can dodge roll and prevent myself from taking falling damage. That's good to know. Like, that's actually really cool. I like that. Fortunately, it's just like, I don't do much damage. I guess the bleed effects are going to be really useful. Oh. And there's a shotgun paired with the boxing glove. Shotgun paired with boxing glove is very effective in knocking enemies back. And that gave us a lot of money, which is very good. This means we can gamble once? Gamble once. Gambling gave us nothing. That's, I mean, it's like when playing Tower of Guns, I refuse to gamble, but in this one, it's like, you know what? I can kind of swing it a little bit here. Now, these mushrooms have killed me in the past because I didn't realize that they leave down these like area of effect sections, and that's definitely concerning for me, especially in this scenario right here. But we came out of it okay, so we could sacrifice some health, but I'm not keen on that. And I think if I dodge roll right here, yep, so if you dodge roll at the very base level of fall, at least with the commando, you don't take any fall damage. That's really useful. Oh. And this is a very bad situation to be in because that mushroom, we really don't have a whole lot of space. And that mushroom's going to be able to just like lay down his area of effect and make us kind of regret things. Because I can't hop up here. Oh, okay, good. It does mean we're still going to be able to get up to where we want to go. It just not as easily. Okay, so we're doing well on money. Let's gamble some more. Give us some EXP. Not the greatest. We got one of these like weird laser geckos. I love the design of the laser gecko. They're hilarious, weird, and kind of an interesting enemy to fight. There's nothing over there. Okay, so that like one area that I was having trouble getting to might actually be not what ends the game for us, but it's definitely going to mess us up pretty royally here. So at this point, I guess it's just only recourse is rush, find the teleporter, because I don't see a good way of getting... Oh, crap. Forgot about the damaging little area. Luckily, we've got our healing drone. Kind of mitigates it. There you go. I wonder if enemies take falling damage. Does not look like it, but... What just exploded on me? I guess there was like a little enemy following me around and I didn't even realize it. Or was that his laser effect? Well, either way. Yeah, okay. So doing a dive roll while falling is actually very effective. Very happy about that. Okay, so I shouldn't have spent all my money gambling because there's a chest that I would very much like to get, because, again, any kind of power-up here would be very helpful. Maybe this guy will be able to give us enough money that we won't have to worry about it too much. Or we just knock him off the edge. Either way, let's just keep going up, because main priority right now is, I guess, finding those things is going to be useful. But main priority right now is getting to the teleporter, because if we don't get to the teleporter, these guys are going to just keep spawning on our heads, and like, sure, we'll eventually have enough money to afford everything that we want, but we'll also be dead. So, not exactly the trade-off I want to deal with, and money and experience, yes. And honestly, we're actually doing very, very well as far as time goes. It's just, for whatever reason, this game feels like time moves very slowly. I think we lost that coin all the way down there. Hard to say, we'll see if it comes flying out of left field. Does not look like the case, though. That's fine. So, oh, yeah, it did come flying out of left field. So we've got goggles, more thorns, or healing. I don't know what the goggles do, so I'm going to go with those. Maybe it's like, oh, hello, enemies. Maybe it's like crit chance or something, which would be very useful for us in this situation. Oh, crap. This is not the situation I want to be in, but I guess it's not so bad. It's kind of a nice shooting alley for us, but something exploded on us, maybe? Anyway, I'm going to buy goggles, because goggles, what do they do? Chance to do double damage. Works for me. Unfortunately, now the enemies start spawning on us, and it's like, gotta keep mobile, because otherwise they're going to wreck our shit. And hopefully that healing drone will keep us topped off pretty substantially. We've also got some chests over here. And, oops. I always forget which button is dodge roll and which one isn't. It's like, I probably shouldn't be using dodge roll pell-mell all the time, but at the same time, it's like, if I can use dodge roll to get faster to the places I want to go, it's probably worth it. Now the question is the teleporter right, like, directly below me? The answer is, I don't know, and I'm going to be kind of sad if it is, because that means I came all the way over here for pretty much nothing. But at least we can take some very nice boxing glove hits straight on these guys. If I could get another boxing glove to increase the chance of, you know, the effect popping, or some attack speed, that would put us in a really good spot. Otherwise, at this point, I just need some, like, movement speed? I don't know, there are a lot of things I need in this game, and unfortunately, I don't know, like, half of the upgrades, but that's okay. Discovery definitely makes this game more interesting. So I'm gonna see if I can kill this guy. See if he gives me enough money. The answer is probably not, so let's hit down, or kill him that way. Never mind then. Okay, so I could sit around for like 19 seconds, or I could find the teleporter. This is great, because it means we can summon the boss. Of course, this means the boss is probably going to spawn on our heads. Okay, it's the Ancient Wisp. The Ancient Wisp is interesting, but I think we can get him in the same situation as the Colossus, where I really just sit here and wait for him to die. Fortunately, we're kind of underpowered, so half the question is, I should probably kill these guys, if only because if I can get that 139 chest, we'll be in a better spot than we were coming up here. But it does mean that we're in a bit of dire straits. Yep. And, I mean, worst comes to worst, I have to kill all these enemies anyway, so I might as well just kind of go out of my way, take out some things as I go. I think there's going to be a bounce pad over here, somewhere? Yeah. And if I can hit the bounce pad just right, I'll be able to get that chest up there. Let's take out this guy before he messes with our shit too much. And it looks like most of the enemies from above are actually teleporting down to, you know, come screw with us as well. I could be wrong about that. I don't actually know if that's the case. Oh, do not want to be staying there for too long. But they're following me. That's nonsense. Oh, right. I can dodge roll at the apex of my flight. I can't believe the laser gecko actually, like, managed to hit me from that direction. Well, worst comes to worst, I've got me some punching glove stuff, which is going to be really useful for this. No, that's not what I wanted to do. Okay, well, that's, I mean, not direst of dire straits, but bad situation to be in. Let's see if I can churn through a bunch of these guys, if possible. Get a bunch of extra funds. Worst comes to worst, we go back up, but I'd very much like to get my hands on that chest up there. A lot of mushrooms. There's a lot of mushrooms. And I don't even like mushrooms that much. The texture is weird. Okay, now let's see if I can... Nope. Didn't manage it there. But I'm gonna use that jump partially for the, you know, way of, like, dodging all the enemies, and, you know, dodge roll? I love the fact that you can dodge roll out of falling damage. That is a very, very useful thing to have. I do kind of miss the commandos... Not commando, the enforcers, you know, nice fancy splash attacks, because I'm definitely feeling the hurt a little bit here when it comes to the enemies. Oh, shoot. I think I have, like, a sleepy seed in my eye and it itches to high heaven. That's not a situation I want to be in, ever. Especially when I'm in, like, dire straits down here. But at least... Okay, there's no way I'm going to be able to get to that one. Enough trying. Let's just kill these guys and be done with it. Luckily, we've got the nice fancy healing drone for us. But I'd very much like to not have to rely on it, especially if it gets broken halfway through this business. I don't think it will, but not the kind of thing I want to rely on. It's one of those where it's like, Tower of Guns for me, everything is, like, reliable and predictable. This one's like, you get items that can, like, largely change how much damage you do, how much, you know, how effective you are. And I like that. I like the fact that a lot of the weird passive items actually stack in this game. That is definitely a really cool setup. I wish I had the jetpack. If I had the jetpack, I'd be in a really good spot right now. Okay, so I don't see any treasure here. And that's fine. I'd like to get the treasure chest that was, like, over to the left, first and foremost. Because, I guess there's the one to the top right as well. I guess let's just fall all the way down, get that one, and then make our very slow march back up. Took some falling damage there, but I guess the shield handles it pretty effectively. So, dodge roll? Nope. Okay. Well, at this point, I'm just going to resign myself to taking some falling damage in favor of getting down quickly. There we go. Okay, so we've got a drone. I'll pick up the drone. I think that's a combat drone too, which is good. And a chest. What does the chest give us? Shackles. That's really useful. Nice slowing effect on our attacks. And since we attack fairly quickly, they'll be able to hamper their progress, and you know, we can kind of let things progress. So passive damage would be nice. I don't know if there are any like good passive damage boosts. I'm thinking of this game in terms of Tower of Guns, and I think I need to like reorient my head towards this game better. But not the end of the world. It's just like, how do I plan my strategies in this one? I guess this isn't a game where a whole lot of planning is needed so much as just like hoping you get good stuff and not dying. I guess that's Tower of Guns too. You can't really build yourself for speed or armor or whatever. You never really have much of a choice. It's just like you take what you can get. That does kind of beg an interesting question. So, you know, being me, I'm an artist. I want to make games. And I have this project in like the back of my head, and it's like, I would like to make a roguelike. But how can I make a roguelike that doesn't feel like any other roguelike, or at least is fresh enough that keeps people interested in a nice way? And I think my answer would be a roguelike where you actually have some amount of choice in how like your character is built. And so say in Binding of Isaac, you actually have a fair amount of choice of like what activated items you get. And there's just enough variety that you can kind of make choices in it. In this one, you have enough money that you can pretty much pick up everything. And I have yet to run into an enemy, or I guess an item, not an enemy. I've yet to run into an item that actually has like a truly bad, like, I've never run into an item that has like a bad effect, something that you don't want. Whereas in Binding of Isaac, I'm thinking pretty easily of like the tick that screws you up a little bit, or like the deal with the devil rooms. I think the concept of a deal with the devil room is fantastic because it, you know, creates this nice element of choice that was not normally, you know, would not normally have been in the game if you just had, you know, I'm not going to say vanilla Binding of Isaac, but like if there was no element of choice, Binding of Isaac would be like an okay game, but you definitely would feel like every run is just like determined based on RNG, and like the strategy in which you build your character is simply not there. And I like the idea of, you know, having a strategy. Dealing damage heals me. That's good. I got a lot of healing. And I think I can hit the wisp from here. The answer is yes. That actually is fairly substantial healing, which is nice. Because, well, it's also substantial damage we're dealing to the wisp. I can't even see him, and I'm just kind of like peppering him down, which is great. I think the bleed effect is doing a fair amount for us, which is also good. And most of all, he can't hit us, which I'm super thankful for. So I didn't see a whole lot of, like, chests down below, and the question is, do I go on to level 3, or do I waste some time exploring just to see if I can get some extra stuff? And the answer is, I don't know. I'm not feeling like we're terribly underpowered, but I definitely do feel like we could have more. And more would be very nice. I'd love more. Oh, did we knock him all the way down here? Hey, it's a weird mask thing. Neat. So we've got a lot of these guys, and I don't think they can actually hit me from where I am, which is perfect, because it means I can just kind of pot-shot them to death. And that's great. I can take out the big tall ones because they're, you know, taller than their shots go, and this nice little shooting platform is perfect for us. Hopefully they're not hitting that little combat drone of mine, but it's hard to say if it is or not. But worst comes to worst, takes out the combat drone and I pay some of my like excessive amounts of money just to get the combat drone back. Okay, and there we go. They're dead. What's this mask do? Killing an enemy summons a ghost. Okay. Well, there's one enemy down below, and I'm gonna risk things a little bit. Let's go find him. I'm very glad that you can mitigate falling damage by doing a roll. It's like Legend of Zelda, except for you can only roll on this guy, which kind of makes the Enforcer a little bit less attractive in my mind. But that's okay, because, you know, everybody has their strengths and weaknesses. Actually, I haven't been to this section, come to think of it. Because here's a little treasure chesty thing, you know, one of those capsules, that I had yet to loot. And there's the last enemy. Oh, another capsule. Neat. Okay, we actually do a fair amount of damage. That's really good to know. And I guess let's just go up. There's not really much else down here. How do I go up? Oh, that's the ghost of the enemy I killed. Cool. I like that. But seriously, how do I go up? I don't remember there being a rope. Oh, there is. Good. Good. I was going to be afraid we'd get up to, like, difficulty hard just because I was having serious trouble getting through the level. Because, I mean, this place is this massive cavern thing. But I like it. But, yeah, back to, like, roguelikes. I'd love to play a game like a roguelike where, say, every level you get to pick one of, like, 5 upgrades or a couple of, like, randomly generated things. So it's like, do you want to build yourself for speed? Do you want to build yourself for power, defense? And you can actually, like, make adjustments. And it'd be cool if you had, like, 10 starting characters, a couple of different weapons that are interchangeable amongst all of them, stuff like that. And, I mean, definitely a pipe dream at this point. A lot of really cool stuff that I'd like to do. But it's very hard making a game. Like, at this point, all I'm doing is just animating one singular character. Mainly because my animation skills are a bit crap. It's been a very long time since I've done serious animation, even though, you know, the last job I had was supposed to be animation. What the? Oh, it's these guys. But the last job I had was supposed to be animation, and what I did was I just fixed up animations, and to me it was a crap job. I was animating SpongeBob, of all things, and it would be one of those is like, SpongeBob's animations are broken here, here, and here. Fix them. And it's like, okay, when am I going to do something fun and interesting? And the answer is, oh, no, we're going to lay you off before you get to do something fun and interesting. And it's like, okay. Oh. Place a marble. So that's, oh, this is really useful. So this is like a teleportation gate that I can put down that lets me teleport back to a spot of my choosing, which means something incredibly useful. It means I can actually just sit here and, well, not sit here. I can go find the teleporter, and then I can go back to adventuring. And that's going to be really useful for me, because I like adventuring. And there's our first chest that we can afford. So we've got a couple of those, like, randomized item capsules. That's pretty good. Banner. Ooh, I like the banner. The war banner is really cool, in my opinion. I wonder how long those ghosts last, because those ghosts are actually wrecking shit up. Which is awesome. Okay, it looks like they disappear over time. But they actually last a substantial amount of time. Oh. Okay. Don't tangle with the wildlife too long, Wander. It ain't worth it. So I'm just gonna do some damage to him and then get out of here, because... main goal, as usual, find teleporter, get out of here. And since I've got this, like, white marble thing that lets me drop a teleporter, I can drop it right next to the, you know, teleporter out of the level, kill all the enemies, find all the loot, and then, you know, get out of here, which is going to be really useful, as opposed to, you know, having to wander all the way back, which kind of bites. Do we have enough money? No, we don't. And I guess it's one of those where it's like I could actually kill all these enemies here, and it might even be worth it for me to. Because if I could get some, like, base level money, we'll be in a very good spot, as opposed to, you know, wandering about and then trying to play catch-up getting all of our stuff. Oh, took out our healing drone. That bites a little bit. I was standing too close to him. Not happy about that. Oh, geez, that guy's shooting missiles. Well, let's just get our healing drone back and then get the hell out of Dodge. Did they take out our... Yeah, they took out my combat drone. That sucks. Well, we'll be back for it, because I don't have enough money for all of this stuff. And I'd rather have the healing drone, I think, than the combat drone, even though the combat drone is pretty spiffy. But yeah, let's not stick around for too long. I kind of wish the drones were, like, weaker but couldn't be killed, but I think that's mostly just, like, me being, not wishy-washy, but just, like, I don't know, me being lazy and or really just stingy. I don't feel like paying the extra money just to get my drone back, even though it actually was probably one of the more helpful things that I got. So there's a chest, but I don't have the money for it. It's going to be a consistent theme for me. It's like, no money, no money, no money, no money, plenty of money, so much money, too much money, so much money I don't even need it anymore. Let's figure out what we got down here. So we've got a small chest, probably a more powerful drone, that's going to be useful. But I'm going to go for the small chest because I prefer to keep everything, not in the family. Snow globe. I think the snow globe is, like, slows time, which to me isn't as attractive as a convenient gate to get from point A to point B. I guess the other option is I could have left the gate up above and, you know, gone to the teleporter, gated back, and then walked to the teleporter. But I think this is going to work out better for us in the long run, I think. Hard to say. I also really like the music in this game. It's kind of like, it's not chiptunesy, but it's this nice, like, pseudo-retro atmospheric music. And it's awesome. I don't know. They did a very good job making this game. And I'd probably say that with a lot of games. Like, here are a lot of things that I like, and here are a couple of negatives that kind of break it for me. But at the same time, it's one of those, it's like, I'm generally very positive about games, you know. There's so many things I like about them that it's very hard to be, like, truly angry at most games. And, I mean, that's a good thing. But I guess, for a while I was trying to be, like, not a game critic, but I was trying to do, like, game review type things on this channel as well. And it was like, well, I mean, I could, but I think when it comes down to it, I just suit better as, like, a game complimenter. Like, here's the games I like. Because I can be negative, but my problem with me being negative is it's constructively negative. So when I say, like, I don't like this game, is here's what they could have done better instead of don't buy this game, it's crap. I would never be able to be, say, Total Biscuit. I would, you know, pick up Guise of the Wolf, which is decidedly a terrible game. And I would say nothing but nice things about it, but I would definitely say more nice things about it than bad, per se. Okay, now let's get out of here, because that's the teleporter we came in on, which means the teleporter we want is, like, somewhere down here, probably. It's hard to say. I think it's going to be, like, up above a little bit. I think. I also like the visual effects. The, like, thorn thing here is really cool. Nope, not there. Where is this? Where is it? This is the other concern of mine with this game. It's like, where's the teleporter? I don't know. And that's terrifying. So, could it be below me? I doubt it, but I've already gone up. I'm gonna try going up these ropes, see if it brings us anywhere. It's just like wandering about. Yeah. Scary. Okay, I think I already came through here, though. This is a bad situation to be in. Oh, that's a missile. I don't like the enemies that shoot the missiles. It's like something extra that you have to tango with constantly. But I guess that isn't so bad. Ow, he hurts. Oh, it's because there are multiple. Go figure. I was wondering why I was taking all the extra damage. I guess let's just get out of here and let our healing drone take care of us, because this is a bad situation to be in. Did I not open up this thing? I swear I did. Okay, so I don't think there's anything down further below us, which poses the interesting question of where the heck is the teleporter? Because I can't imagine I, like, walked past it, and if I did, that's going to be very embarrassing for me. Let's just take that guy out. It'd be awesome if I had enough money to afford that drone, because I assume that would give us a pretty nice power boost. Not the case. Ooh, bad situation to be in. Wandering around looking for things. But I guess it's one of those, it's like, once you max out the difficulty in this game, you don't have to worry about a whole lot. My drone is in trouble. I hope my drone, like, recovers health or something, because it just took a very hefty amount. So I was kind of hoping to keep that guy within my, like, the range of my thorns, because that would have been a really cool way of, like, taking him out. But not the case. Oh no. Damn. Not what I wanted. Okay. I can't imagine it would be down further than this. And we technically have enough money to repair the healing drone. But I kind of would like to kill everything first. And mainly get all of the passive pickups first. Because everything else is... I don't know, the drones are nice, but again, the temporary nature of them is scarier than anything else. I guess let's just get out of here and keep looking for the teleporter. I feel like I'm going in a circle and maybe I've missed something along the way. Or I just walked past it and I'm stupid, but it doesn't look like I can go any higher than I have. So at this point it's just like, where is it? I don't know. I missed my healing drone though. Or passive healing, ain't so great. So we've got enough money for one of those randomizers. I guess I'm gonna go for it, because I don't want to purchase my combat drone again. I don't need that. Don't know what this does. See what it does. Spike strip. Drop spike strip being hit, slowing enemies. That's not so bad. I do kind of do the hit and run thing, so it's kind of effective. I do already have a slowing effect, though. Could it be over here, and I just, like, did not go for, like, go looking, because who would put something else, like, this high up? Yep, there it is. I could have actually found this, like, 5 minutes ago, and that's frustrating. Well, that's okay, because we made it to level 3 on my first run of... I was gonna say Tower of Guns, but, you know... Yeah. You're terrifying. Imp Overlord. Oh, right. Activate. Yeah, use our nice fancy gate, get out of there, and get us to a nice spot where we can take pot shots at all of the enemies. Unfortunately, everything's going to be kind of sort of spawning on our heads. So I'm going to mostly be relying on my shotgun here to take pot shots at the enemies, because otherwise I think the Imp Overlord is going to wreck our shit pretty heavily. I've never even seen him before, but not happy that I'm seeing him now. Okay, can I get through without him hitting me? The answer seems to be yes. Good. Okay, so the shotgun shenanigans are going to be pretty effective here, I hope. And my shield is helping, but we're in dire-ish straits. I should probably drop down and kill all of these guys. Oh, that hit. Oh, we're slowing down and it's bad. It's like... The imps are probably the worst enemy for me to fight. They're fast, and they teleport up to me, which is not a situation I want to be in. Because since they're so fast and they get up close to me, I can't do my like usual hit and run nonsense. Yep. Shotgun, help. Ow. Okay, because if I can just kill like a couple of these guys, if I could, oh come on, wasted that one. I was like, if I could level up, I can get the banner, and the banner is going to help me out substantially more than anything else, probably. If I could also get a nice shotgun boxing glove section here, that would also be really nice. But mainly, I'm gonna try and keep close to the. Oh, I'm wasting my shotguns, and that's not a good situation to be in. But luckily, we do have the Thorns aura, which is slowly petering them out, and I think we're going to be able to kill this group without dying, but still bad situation being shotgun. I do like the running and jumping and gunning and not dying mostly. I like the not dying. More enemies spawning on our heads. Oh right. That's the other reason why I want to just kill a couple of enemies, because once we kill a couple of them, we get the banner. Hoi! Okay, something's hitting us. Oh, it's the little dudes. But once we kill a couple of them, we get the ghosts, and the ghosts are going to work very well in our favor, because they're going to do enough damage to make things substantially safer. Okay, there we go. We're doing well, or at least we're doing better. And we can kind of bide our time down here until it's time to go back up. I don't actually remember there being, you know, major amounts of shops down below. So it's one of those where I guess exploring is going to be kind of secondary to killing everything. Boxing Glove has not procced in a long time, and that's weird for me. But very pleasantly, the War Banner also makes it very easy to do a fair amount of damage and knockback. And mainly get our health back, because the extra attack speed makes things much more convenient for us. I'm missing the Enforcer's grenade right about now, though. Actually, really, the Enforcer would have been kind of a nice addition, or nice use for this run instead. But, as it stands, not a big deal. Is life. So, we're doing fairly well as far as money goes, and I'm going to have to go exploring a little bit. But, considering we're doing fairly fine on health, I'm going to pop up here, and worst comes to worst, what I can do is shotgun and knock a couple of enemies down so I can... Oh, hello. Or the boss can come after me. That's fun. And the boss can fall all the way down there for all I care. Okay, this makes it a lot easier for me. Wow, he can hit me from down there too. That's concerning. But that's okay, because now we can go up above and take out all the enemies without having to worry too much about it. Or at least without having to worry about the imp wrecking our shit. And that's good, because all the... I mean, we've got a bunch of imps on our heads, but we don't have the imp. And the imp is the scary one. Everything else is just like, it ain't so bad. Okay. If I could get another war banner, that would be amazing, but chances are I'm not going to, so it's kind of one of those just survive and shotgun. Because if I can get a couple of boxing glove shotgun hits, we'll be in really good spots. Unfortunately, we're not, and we don't have any good AoE, so it's mostly just hit and run and hope for the best. Spike strips are going to be useful. And I do have enough money to get the other randomizer shop that's over to the right. So we're kind of on the wrong side of the train tracks to get the thing we need most. Or not need most, but want to get. But at the same time, not the end of the world. Let's see if we can kill some enemies here. Okay, now, unfortunately, we're going to take some damage because I have to turn back around. But the ghosts are going to make it a hell of a lot easier. Because now we've killed a bunch of them and our damage output goes crazy high. Or not so much our damage output as opposed to just the damage that I'm dealing to them. And it would have been really convenient to get the, you know, Imp Overlord up in here with all the ghosts to just do crazy damage to it. But I think I can tango with the Imp Overlord, on a, like, toe-to-toe basis. It's mostly just fighting him with all of his little buddies. We also have more than enough money to afford all these drones. So let's just take pot shots at these guys because they can't even hit us from there. And yeah, we're going to have a couple of the, like, weird shellfish-looking guys. But the shotgun and occasional boxing glove attack is going to... Come on, shotgun. I'm just advertising your merits. You're not working out for me here. This is a partnership, not a... I don't know. Not a dictatorship. It's just like... I guess it's kind of an exploitive situation because I'm using the shotgun to preserve my own self. And I think the shotgun is going to persist past, but at the same time. Unfortunately, our passive damage could, you know, definitely use a little bit of a boost. But now that we've killed a couple of the enemies down here, the ghosts are going to work very well in our favor, and we can just slowly kill them. Now, we're already up to difficulty insane. Not happy about that, but considering we've made it up to level 3 and 23 minutes in on my first... I'm not gonna... I guess it's technically televised, but my first, like, released video of Risk of Rain, I'm pretty happy about this. At this point, you know, dying is just going to be fine by me. I do have to envy the, like, basic pixel style, though. Like, back to me talking about making a game and whatnot. It's like, unfortunately, I never learned sprite art. It was something that never really made a whole lot of sense to me, and it's like, I'm sure at this point I'd have no problem doing sprite art, but I'd very much like to kind of do my own style as opposed to fitting a retro style just because it's slightly more popular. Because, yeah, I mean, I like things that are popular. Like, I'd love to make a game that is as successful as this, you know, get picked up by Chucklefish, have no worries about employment, but definitely not have to worry about, like, being unemployed for long periods of time, because after a certain point, presumably in the industry, you're not, like, infinitely employable, but... Ooh, teddy bear. Love the teddy bear if I could get that, but... Banjo! What's the banjo do? Ukulele. Music was electric. That's useful, I think. So, we've got some more enemies up above. Apparently the ghosts count as enemies. That's kind of hilarious. But they go away after a short period of time, so... Huh. Well, the Imp Overlord is going to be trying to shoot at me from there. Not a big deal. Let's just, I guess, slowly clear out the area. And so my electric attack just slowly, or every once in a while, chains between the enemies and does a little bit of damage. Not that substantial, but not bad. And my shotgun attacks are attacking through everything. This is definitely one of those games where it's like, in Tower of Guns I can shoot an enemy a couple of times and it'll die. In this game it's like, you have to shoot an enemy for a full 30 seconds to get it to die. And I guess that's kind of the flavor of the game, but it's definitely one of those, like, I wish this was a little bit faster, maybe. Not the end of the world, though. Just different flavors of the game. And I guess it's largely because you have to be patient in this game. And... Are you gonna come down and fight me here? Good. So do we have any more enemies that are over here? That's an interesting question. Worst comes to worst, I can get my drones back. But we're gonna be wasting a little bit of time wandering around just to get all the extra stuff. And that's okay. We've got more than enough money. I do wish, like, your money wouldn't go away between rounds, and I know why they do it, just to, like, slow you down and require you to have some map knowledge, but it would be very nice if I, like, didn't have to, like, farm all the enemies and then go back on a shopping spree, you know, after the fact just to get everything. Yep. Did not have my dodge roll, and almost did not make it. Okay, not as bad. Now the question is there even anything over here? Okay, there's at least a ladder, so I can look. But I think there are 2 enemies up above. There's nothing down below me, so we can go up, take out. I think there's a guy, a couple of guys up here. Yep, a lot of guys up here. If I can make it, there we go. And they've got missiles. That's concerning. So we have to contend with some missiles here. Luckily with the missiles I can kind of just like go back and forth, and we've got the drones that are going to make life a little bit easier for us. And maybe eventually the enemies will just fall down and I can tango with them first. Yeah, so the 2 missile enemies are down below, and unfortunately being on the ladder here actually makes us a sitting duck. But that's okay, because now we can pretty much get them on the ropes and take them out. Ish. Do a lot of damage though. Holy crap. I guess that's what the healing drone and the attack drone are for, as well as the shield. The shield mitigates it a little bit, but I do not like missiles. I think I've made it up to level 4 in Risk of Rain before, but it was like once, and it was a long time ago. Or actually not a long time ago, but it was like for a very short period of time while I was on the train. And I was up against the boss that, like, does the artillery from below, and he's probably, like, the massive crab or something like that. And it's like, this is concerning! And then I died. But go figure. So now, at this point, we've just got this nice little shooting range for us. We can, you know, take our time with it, kill them as fast as we want. Of course, we don't want to take too much time because we're on insane difficulty, and we're going to be going up to a harder difficulty very soon. But that's okay. Also like the fact that you don't actually have to, like, run over the coins to pick them up, because it means you can keep moving. I was talking about Castlevania a little bit. I don't think I'm going to be releasing that series for another, like, month or so, because I like to get this, like, huge buffer at this point when recording of, like, I've got 2 code commentary series that I switch back and forth between, and now we've got 3 drones, yeah! But, so I've got Castlevania that we're slowly recording. But in Castlevania, if you want to get, like, the magic pickups... Okay, I don't know if this is where we're going to be fighting the Imp Overlord. I think he's above us, which is good, and or bad. I'm not 100% certain on this one. Ah! Unfortunately, I think these guys are going to take out my drones pretty effectively, and that's a concern, because I'd like to not have to waste the last of my money on it, but then again... at this point, we've got some ghosts working out for us. And we killed that crab. Or, not killed that crab. We knocked the crab down, which I'm not happy about. Because it means I'm going to have to go back down after him. But, could be worse. And we also... having the extra drones... Did the fall damage kill the crab down there? Might actually be so. But luckily we've got the ghost and the extra drone, so our damage potential goes up the more we kill enemies. And that's really good, because it means cleanup is faster. Okay, so I swear I got the chest. I'm gonna go make sure I did. I don't know what it gave us, though. If it gave us anything. No, it did not, actually. That's a really good item to pick up, come to think of it. Because this is like the mortar, and more or less now I can fire missiles as well. Watch for the backblast. I think that means I can hit myself with it, and that's definitely something I have to be wary of. Hey, it's the Imp Overlord. You're terrifying. But luckily he's subject to knockback, unlike most of the enemies. Blah! And my drones are really wrecking his shit. Wow. So at this point, yep. Get out of there, take out the enemies, shotgun him back, because why not? And yeah, definitely picking up the extra drones. Earlier I was kind of poo-pooing them a little bit, but when it comes down to it, picking up those drones was a really good idea. And that gives us some extra missiles. So now if we've got twice the missiles, that'll be nice, gives us some nice basic damage to work off of, and let's take out the last of the enemies. I think there are a couple more apart from these guys, but that's okay. But yeah, the missiles do 72 apiece, and I attack fast enough. It's pretty easy to just like wreck my way through them. Remaining enemies too. Unfortunately, the pointer that shows me where the last of the enemies are points at the ghosts, and that's bad design-ish. Because I would very much like to know where the last of the actual enemies are, as opposed to just a couple of inconsequential enemies. My hope is the crab is down here, maybe? Because I knocked a crab down here. Yep, there he is. So there's one enemy left. But, yeah. Pointer pointing at ghosts. Not so effective at showing me where the last enemy is. I could teleport back up. Unfortunately, falling down in water is very slow. There we go. There we go. Okay. And at least the ghosts don't stick around for too long. But it definitely is one of those, is like, where's the last enemy so I can actually, like, get out of here? Is it up above me? Yes, it is. So this is a good opportunity to teleport up and head our way for the last guy. Oh, there he is. And, you know, quite possibly the weakest enemy I could have, you know, had to tangle with too. So, this worked out well. We beat the Imp Overlord. We've got crazy damage potential. Let's go on to level 4. Unfortunately, we're already on impossible difficulty, so it means things are going to get even harder from here. But that's okay, because I'm pretty happy with this run. Hive Cluster, deep underground. My hope is that I'm going to be able to unlock another new character, just because I don't like having to just redo the same thing. Part of the reason why I didn't really feel like doing a consistent series on Tower of Guns, not Tower of Guns, Risk of Rain, is because I hadn't, you know, unlocked many of the characters. In fact, I hadn't unlocked any of them up until I, you know, went home, visited my brother, and we broed out to some Risk of Rain. So it's like, I would love to play some Risk of Rain and, you know, unlock the characters and do whatever on camera. But it's like, if you have to, it's like playing Tower of Guns and having to just use the peas and carrots pistol only, because that's the only thing available to you. And it's like, not attractive to me. Ooh, he looks scary. But that's a lot of missiles we're putting out into him. And our ghost is working out pretty well in our favor too. So I was complaining about damage potential. We've got damage now. In fact, we're in a really good spot. Wow. I was kind of hoping this would be a shorter run, just so I'd have something nice to put, like, nice and easy to put up. But I guess it looks like my luck is with me today in this one, and we can just kind of wreck shit. Yeah. I think we're also fairly wealthy, which is good, because wealth is going to be pretty useful for us. Now the question is, do those sky enemies attack you while still flying? And that's definitely a concern, but not too much fun. Okay, so we took some damage there. And main goal is, don't lose the drones. If I lose the drones, I'm not going to be... And it's like, it's not that I'm going to be truly upset, but it's going to be one of those, like, if I lose the drones, it's going to be very costly. I'd like to save as much money as possible for shops, presuming we find a shop, yeah. I think this game could also use, like, a compass. So, I think we're on the middle level, so there's... Whoa, that's a weird thing. I guess the question is, do we kill it? And the answer is... No, we'll come back for it. Gotta go find that teleporter, because if we can find the teleporter and teleport ourselves out of here, we'll be in a good spot. I guess we need a little bit more money. Let's use that, see what we get. So it's missiles. Not keen on missiles. Let's just take out this guy. Get the presumably small amount of money that he'll get us, pick up the chest, and yeah, there we go. And that already, considering our healing potential, actually put us pretty close up to full health. Awesome. So jetpacks, that's going to be really useful. And I'm a risky business. So that hurt. I don't know what exactly we got, but whatever it is, we've got the healing drone to heal us up. And we've got... Is the healing drone going to heal us up? No, I guess the healing drone is just on vacation. Well, that's okay. We've got a shield, and once we start attacking again, it'll be pretty easy to heal back up. So I think this is top range. Yeah? Okay, so we don't need to be up here. I guess when we go through our war banner, that'll heal us pretty effectively as well. I guess I should probably go down, all things considered, because I can't imagine... I'll go all the way left. It's not like I'm in serious danger here, because I've got my shotgun, I got my drones, and, you know, the extra just, like, breathing room while I wait to find stuff is going to be nice, because it doesn't look like anybody's shooting pretty crazy projectiles at us or anything. And honestly, the drones are pretty much just wrecking shit, which I'm thankful for. So let's go up, because it's easier to go down than go up in this game. Let's be honest here. I like the bird designs. Their flapping is kind of awkward, though. I was kind of expecting something a little bit less... Like, it feels like they're wearing suit jackets or something. Like, have you ever tried walking with a suit jacket on? Presumably. I assume, considering most of my viewership is male, at least according to the metrics, walking with suit jacket, not my favorite thing to do. It's like, I like being fancy, I like wearing suits and whatnot, but at the same time, I just can't... I can't bring myself to like just how awkward walking like that is, if that makes any sense, because it'd be really, really cool to be like fancy all the time, but as it stands, I'm a t-shirt guy through and through. So it doesn't look like there's a whole lot of treasure, but we've found ourselves the teleporter. So let's summon that toxic beast, mother of many. So I think she summons little units to come after us, and that's kind of concerning, but at the same time, that's probably okay. I think. I've never fought the toxic beast. I think I was slowed down there. Okay, there's the toxic beast. And it looks like she summons many little toxic things to fight us. Oh, this is a bad situation to be in. Do not want to be stuck in that tunnel again. Oh, dear. Well, there goes drone number 1. I'm going to use this thing. And I think our healing drone is actually, like, down and out for the count. Which kind of bites. Not the end of the world, but, like I said, kind of bites. Okay. This does also mean we're in a very shitty situation, because I don't see a way of getting up. And I'd very much like to get up and out of this hole, at least for a little while. Because something has a slowing effect, and they're really wrecking us. Yeah. At least if we kill a couple of them, we'll be in a good spot, but as it stands, not in a good position regardless. Let's teleport back, or die. Oh well, we did pretty well. I think the birds were what were killing us, or maybe it was the boar, but essentially we had been slowed down pretty substantially, and it just made it very hard on us. That's okay. Yeah, we were killed by an evolved Lemurian. That's fine. We made it 31 minutes in, level 14, farthest I had ever made it, and most powerful run by far. Even if it says, you know, no new records were set, I still believe this is my best run ever. Anyway, this has been Wanderbot playing Risk of Rain pretty much for the first time, and thanks for watching. I'll probably not do nearly as well the next run, but that's okay, and see you guys then.